Okay, we live. We're recording.
We live. We've been live.
Notes up on the screen. Where do we start? We live, baby.
We live. we back.
We back, baby. We live. We back, and we sanitize. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Welcome back.
Oh my goodness, man.
I've missed y'all.
We missed y'all. It's VinceBracy.com.
It is Chase P, aka Chauncey Alamode, aka Young Pinot Grigio.
Yes, I call myself the hardest working man in showbiz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new episode. Season 2. Episode 1. Getting started fresh for 2020.
I don't know. This 2020 started off kind of fucked up, but we are pulling through.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to bring the people up in this time. That's why we got to bring the people up in this time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new episode of the Bros With No Hoes Podcast. Yeah!
I want to thank all of our loyal followers, listeners who followed us on season 2. We first started this podcast last year, and it's good to see that we're still back. We went on a hiatus for a while, but we're back. And it's
back,
good to see you. It's good to see you.
I don't even know if y'all could hear me with the mask on that whole time, but yeah, it's really crazy times that we're living in right now. First thing, I just want to wish that everybody is being extremely safe out there in these times. I don't know where or when you're listening to this, but we are in the midst of a quarantine, guys.
Quarantine, a global pandemic.
It
is literally crazy. I've been in the house for the past 2 weeks. I've been working from home. And
2 weeks straight?
2 weeks straight, yeah. And I'm about to go crazy. Like, I'm about to go crazy.
It's I think it's been coming up on 2 weeks for me also.
I done texted and called people who I haven't spoken to you in a year, and I'm just like, hey man, how you doing?
I see people hitting up their exes. I see people hitting up people just cause it's rough in these streets. So we are here to help you guys stay a little bit sane, because that's the thing that I want all my friends, anybody in my circle, anybody that's listening to this right now, honestly, anybody, I want y'all to stay sane, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and we have to be able to keep our sanity to be able to get through this. So I wanted to start with, first off, this is the first episode for a reason. There's, a number of reasons. We've been up to some stuff, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first episode, and put my phone on silent. This is the first episode in all of 2020 so far. So we've decided, because we had 25 in the bank, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That this is going to be season 2 of the Bros and the Hoes podcast. And we hope to give you guys at least another 25 for this year.
25, hopefully.
And then, you know what I'm saying, keep it moving, see where we take it from there. Nice and slow and steady. So, Chase Parker, what we been up to, man?
I've been up to a lot. I think it's safe to say that we are still, like, 2020, this is like the free 90-day trial.
No.
2020. This is the free 90-day trial. Man, I've been up to a lot.
I think today's the 90th day too.
Today's the 90th day. Hopefully this shit goes down. Then they're gonna start billing us. But I can say for the most part, my 2020 personally has been pretty good. Finished a film.
Hey.
I finished a film. I'm writing. I'm in the house, just being super productive. Like, I just been posting on Instagram like crazy. After this, I'm about to do a little video for Instagram again, like I did before with the coronavirus update.
Okay, now that was dope.
I do another one. I think, I might as well. It's like I got all this shit in here, and I can't even go out, so I might as well just do some stuff personally. So I just been up to that, man, and just trying to stay as productive as possible. I'm really trying to get my diet right, because I've been eating pizza and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to gain, I probably done gain like 10 pounds.
All right, so everybody's going to probably gain some weight during this quarantine. I already gained a bunch of weight and just started getting back into I started working out like the first couple of days because I was really mad I couldn't go to the gym every day. And then started falling into the trap of like, yo, all these chips ain't going to eat themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Then they was talking about y'all can't go nowhere for the next 2 weeks. So then it's like, all right, so now I got to slow down my snack.
Yeah, I got to slow down.
So,
but it's like after this, either you're going to come out like 10 pounds heavier or like 15 pounds lighter.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got nothing to eat.
Come out of joint swole. You know
I'm trying to come out. I really need to get on my jail shit. Like these niggas in jail just be chilling in they cell.
I'm glad you said it. So literally 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, I'm just chilling on YouTube. I'm looking at workout videos and stuff like that. I'm trying to find something that's gonna work for me. I'm literally stuck in the box. You know what I'm saying? Stuck in the box. You know what I'm saying? So I found this video. It was like, it literally said, "Get big with no weights." I was like, all right, I'm gonna be locked up. So I got time
I'm locked up.
Put some muscle on if I wanted to. Why? It's like 3 Mexican cholo ass dudes, right? They just added all the way the fuck up. Video starts, yeah, well, we was locked down. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, these dudes.
Yeah, these really locked down.
I'm like, what kind of crazy exercises they gonna do? Boy, they just did like 1,300 push-ups straight. Like it was just straight push-ups. I was like, oh, I guess when you in the box.
When you in the box, that's all you got.
In the box. So I never knew that I could do that many push-ups, but I've just been, especially with these crazy ass push-up challenges that have been happening now. But I just been hitting wild push-ups, yo. So
yeah, I need to start doing that. I got a couple things here. I got the resistance bands, and then I got the fucking the shit that you
the pull-up bar
hooked to. You see that right there?
Or the little ledge.
Yeah, so I can pull it. I can put it right there, and then I can do the pull-ups. I need to get back on that.
Got to get on the pull-ups. I'm trying to get my pull-up status up, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to get your health together in this.
Yeah, man. It's weird times we're in, man. Like, I mean, I think the last biggest thing was the whole the swine flu. Was the H1N1 thing?
Yes. All right. So we talking about the quarantine full on right now.
Yeah, we can talk about the quarantine. We ain't got to talk.
So yeah, so swine flu, and I don't know how controversial you want to get in this, conspiratory, but yeah, swine flu happened when 2000.
Yeah, that wasn't even 7. That was like 2009ish.
Later than that. But swine
flu was like 2009. Hold up. Niggas got the computer right here. Y'all can still see me though, right?
Get on the Googles. I can see
H1N1.
Is that what a swine flu was?
I think it was called H1N1.
Now, the swine flu, for those that don't remember, it was flu from a few years back.
Yeah, it was 2009.
2009. And again, people are naming flus after what it comes from, I guess. So there was an issue with pigs, just like the mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Remember people just stopped eating burgers? Like,
yeah,
that was a thing. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is like, why, whenever these things, like, why don't you just call it the regular name, like the COVID-19 or the fucking H1N1? Like, why give it another nickname? Like, why call it coronavirus? Now nobody wants to drink Corona.
You know what I'm saying? Trump tried to put it on the Mexicans first, and then he realized that it like started popping off in China, so he tried to switch it off to the Chinese virus, and people was like, don't try to backtrack. Try to backtrack now.
I'm just want to know who called it coronavirus.
I'm telling you, it had to be Trump. It had to be. He was like, all right, so how are we going to get these Mexicans scared? You know what I'm saying? How are we going to scare them shitless? Put it in their beer, man. The thing that they going to touch. You know they're going to touch it.
Oh, so,
yeah. Everything is a scare tactic. I don't even want to pay attention to, you have mentioned, you've been posting on social media because you've been able to put out content. But on the back end of that, I feel like we both had a conversation outside of podcast about cleansing from social media and how much like now the fact that everybody is sitting on their phones at home, the number one time that I do not want to be in front of my phone at home because everybody else
is on their phone. It's so crazy because in this time where everybody supposedly is following directions and is staying home, it's interesting to look on Instagram and still see the vacation pictures, see the pictures on flights and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yo, that's when you know, like, the cap is so real. Like
the cap. Shout out to the cap.
Real.
Shout out to you said you called him your Instagram preacher, our guy Lil Duval. He said on Twitter, I keep hearing folks say people are so bored now, but what y'all don't realize, y'all been bored. Only difference is now y'all can't fake like you was doing something.
Exactly. People were sitting were sitting in their houses long before this whole shit started, and then they was just posting vacation pictures that they took from 2 years ago.
We already had the take me back
Posting it,
conversation.
yeah, like the whole take me
I posted
back.
a take me back. I'm not gonna lie, since I've been quarantined.
So it's like y'all been capping.
Yeah.
Now it's just like we know you capping because we know your ass home.
I felt like that for a long time, and I already told you my feelings on social media. I use it as a business tactic for the most part. Like on my Instagram, like you'll see me post a bunch of stuff in my story and stuff like that. But if you go to my page, you don't know me, you seeing my stuff for the first time, all you're gonna see is that I'm a bomb ass host. Like,
Yeah,
and hopefully you want to book me to host some shit. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But yeah, people posting they throwback pics. I understand you want to reminisce about a time that you were outside, but there is a certain level of thirstiness with people showing, hey, this is what I'm up to, even though I'm not really up to nothing, or this is what I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget when I did that. You know what I'm saying?
And I can be guilty of this with the challenges and stuff like that too. But I'm not making no TikTok no time soon.
I don't got no TikTok. I can't do the TikTok.
But I would just hope that people are focusing on bettering themselves in this time and not just showing off stuff that they've done and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I've been saying the whole time. But anyways,
so I'm glad we're getting the podcast back up. You know
yeah, I think we needed this. I needed this. I needed to just have some type of outlet. You know what I mean? Especially now that's like we're all in the house. It's like you need something to like keep you motivated to want to do something.
Right on.
Even that's why I just started like going out, like, you know, maybe for an hour or so just to film something.
Yeah.
Put it together, clip it up.
I'll be wearing a mask out there.
I am wearing my mask. I'm staying 6 feet away from
Keep
everybody.
the sanitizer on deck. You know what I'm saying?
I got the hand sanitizer. It's right.
Got mine right here.
Right back there. But I've been trying to make it out just for like an hour. You know, don't go too far. I just go like around in my neighborhood and stuff like that. Film some stuff, come back, cut it up and stuff like that. You know, I set up the lights and shit like that, and then, you know, film a little fucking video about me saying some shit just to, you know, keep it going. Because I don't want to. I feel like if you, I don't want to say if you lose it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. But like, yeah, I feel like your creativity can get stale at some time.
I absolutely agree, and that's the reason why, like you say, anytime you hit me up. I mean, again, we've had issues in the past with both of our jobs and stuff like that, and timing, and me being across the country and stuff, where it's like, dang, I know we can record a podcast without being in the same place, but the timing is the issue.
I think this was like, do you think this was like a blessing? Because we've been saying, all right, we got to get this shit fixed.
Come on, man.
we gotta figure out
how I operate. I look at the light side of everything. So as bad as this situation is, like I said, I just hope that, like as you mentioned, I just hope that people are taking time to focus on their creativity and how they gonna level up for when this shit is over with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna come out on the other side of this in a different position. If you're not a different person, by the time this is over, if you don't have a greater appreciation for something in this world, then
I don't know what to tell you.
What were you doing? You know what I'm saying? I can admit to being on my couch most of the day, going through all my Netflix shows and stuff like that. But I can tell you, in the little bit of time that I do have, I'm meditating hard. I'm reading books hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing push-ups hard, if you couldn't tell. Like,
I got to get back on it. I see the muscularity.
You know what I'm saying? The muscularity is out there. But,
I see the muscularity.
Man. You got to find, I'll admit to being one of the laziest people I know, but you have to find a way to better yourself in some way, shape, or form in this time.
Word. So I think this was like a sort of a blessing in disguise, where it was like we've been talking for so long how we can do this while we both on two different coasts. If you guys, for the people who were listening before, you guys know that Vincent has moved to California to you know, to work with the Los Angeles Clippers, which is crazy because the dude bought the forum. So what's good with that?
Yes. All right. So now we can get into what I've been doing. So obviously, since I've been out here, since our last episode 25, which was like Christmas, like right before I flew back out here. You know, everything has been going well. Living out my dreams here in California, in sunny California. I closed the window so y'all can't see outside, but NBA has been doing great up until March. Obviously, the LA Clippers, my dream team, they was killing the game, man. We was having a good time. We had our very last game, I believe, was versus the Lakers. Everybody knows about how crazy it is in town, with we call it the Subway Series in the Bronx, but I don't know what they call it. I guess it's kind of the Hallway Series, the Battle of LA. You know what I'm saying? The Battle of LA. And stuff was getting heated up. unfortunately, we lost to the Lakers for that last game, but it was still like we were still ready to take this on. And in that, we had already heard like talks of like LeBron saying, "Oh, if we can't play with the fans in the house, I don't know what to tell you." And then like I feel like it was the very next day, I started getting messages, "Yo, NBA cancel! Yo, NBA cancel!" I'm like, word? I'm looking on Instagram and seeing this people blowing up my phone. Your father was one of the first people to actually text me about it. Like, yo, what you gonna do? I'm sitting in my car like I have no idea. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was rough. People constantly hit me up about when's it coming back, and then like literally everybody's finding out at the same time. I think that's the biggest thing about this whole situation is that whatever like the majority knows is what is happening. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. I think Governor Cuomo from New York had said something similar. Like, yo, we just don't know.
Yeah, like whatever we find out, we're gonna tell y'all. It's not like we know something and we're not saying
exactly.
anything.
So that's my same situation with the NBA. It's very sad to see the players get infected, especially after Rudy Gobert did that whole goofy
wild shit, that dumb shit.
Not gonna lie, I didn't see that until after he had been diagnosed with it, right? But when I first saw it, I was like, that's kind of funny. But at the same time, you an asshole. You an asshole. Everybody in the world thought you was an asshole for it, and now you got it, so you look like even more of an asshole. But yeah, he's doing better at this time. Him and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell, I heard they're recovering. So shout out to them. Also, Carl Anthony Towns. His mom was diagnosed with the virus, so praise up. Yeah.
I did not hear that. I've actually met his mother before.
Wow,
that's wow. Wow. Prayers up
to him.
Oh my goodness, he's from Somerset, New Jersey. I used to work for the Patriots during the summertime, and his mom would come up to me and be like, "Hey, my son played for the." I'm like, "But where's he at?" And then after I flew out to LA, he showed up to a game. I was upset.
That's what's up. Also, who else got the Rona? Who got the Rona?
Who else got that shit? Nah, honestly, as much as because this obviously we're a podcast, so for anybody listening and watching,
James Dolan.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Wait. Before we talk shit about James Dolan, hold on. I want to say, please. Obviously, we send our condolences, prayers. You know what I'm saying? All types of good and positive energy to anybody that's affected by the situation, because, like, as the great American New York poet Belcalis Almanzar once said, shit is getting real. So, like, I know people that have, like you said, and you just alerted me to somebody else I actually met that has it. You know what I'm saying? So I know people that got it. I know people that have lost people from it already. And New York, like California, shit is crazy out here. So yeah. So it's a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, it's wild over here. Like they're talking about putting like a travel advisory, like you can't travel here in New York. Like
we've been locked down since like the 18th. So like we already couldn't go nowhere in LA. So yeah.
And then motherfuckers is not following. I don't know how it is in LA, but like in New York, nobody's following orders. Everybody's just outside with it.
Oh no, I know. They had to shut down Runyon Canyon Park, which Niles is out here for a week before we got locked down. They had to shut down the park. We went out there, and then like 2 weeks later, everybody in the world was out there because everybody's locked down at home, so nobody got nothing to do. So the thing to do in LA is go hiking.
Go hiking.
Everybody and their mom was out there. Runyon Canyon was trending on Twitter, and I don't even go on Twitter. So I was like, why is Runyon Canyon trending? The mayor is like, nah, y'all tripping.
Nah, niggas is tripping. y'all niggas is bugging. Y'all niggas is bugging.
I hope anybody's seen what they doing in India. Cops are driving around on scooters just beating people with sticks if they see them outside. What the fuck?
Get your ass inside.
What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to India.
Yo, this is not the time to be outside with it.
But if anybody is dancing right now, as our wonderful producer Phoenix, who's facilitating this recording from New Jersey, Spike Lee is probably dancing right now in his house.
Oh, for the James Dolan thing.
Quarantine. Shout out to James Dolan, who actually donated money to the people of MSG. And you did mention, yes, I do want to shout out my boss, the great Steve Ballmer, who did purchase the Forum. Who I guess hopefully next year I'll be working in the Forum or in whatever new facility. We'll see. We'll see how it
I
turns
think
out.
I think the Clippers needed a home. No,
Absolutely.
it's kind
And
of
the Forum is an amazing place. I've
Yeah.
never been inside myself, but hopefully, you know, Inglewood, I'll be representing very
yeah.
soon.
It's kind of crazy to have to like share, you know, a place with another team. Like,
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's wonderful, and it's a great opportunity to be able to say that I work in the Staples Center. But yeah, Laker fans
It was
are
brilliant idiot. They said Clippers are the Staples Center side hole.
we ain't no side hoe. We ain't no side hoe. We might be a mistress or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, we've always been called like the little brother of LA and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's nothing that we're afraid of. That's why.
But the Clippers are actually pretty good now. Like, it's like y'all really good now. So
absolutely,
I think it's time for y'all to have your own stadium. It's
absolutely.
like the Jets and the Giants. Like, they still share a stadium. Like, at a certain point, you got to have your own.
It's rough. But yeah, so looking forward to seeing where that situation takes us. But yeah, everybody seems to be good on this side. I haven't heard of too many other NBA players. But yeah, the Knicks actually did release that James Dolan was infected by coronavirus, and I know for a fact that New Yorkers rejoiced.
Oh yes, let the church say amen.
That's horrible. What are your feelings on this, sir?
You know, obviously, as a Knicks fan and a New Yorker myself, you know, we've always had problems with how James Dolan has handled the team. You know, it's no secret that he's an asshole and he can't like, it's time for him to let the team go. So,
damn.
Like, it's so crazy because like New Yorkers, you gotta give them credit because they're diehard fans. Like, there's
absolutely
cities that will be like, you know what, fuck that. I'm a fan of this team, or I'm a fan of this team now. But like, New Yorkers, like, even though New York is like one of the worst teams in the NBA right now, like, they still have the most loyal fans.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, with the way Dolan is just treating everything, everybody's just like, yo, like, we love this team more than you do.
Yeah, it's funny. I never understood teams like who's like the Cleveland Browns or the Cubs or something like that people could be fans of for so long and like knowing they're not going anywhere. But then like when you take time to think, like, I grew up in the Bronx, like a lot of people I know were fans of the Jets and wore the jerseys and, you know, shouted out at the top of their lungs, Mets fans. And of course, after the 90s, Knicks fans had to see the brunt of everything. They're like the butt of the joke. And Knicks fans actually put themselves down. Like, they know they're not going nowhere. So it's kind of harsh. But yeah, ever since James Dolan took over, it's been significantly worse for some reason. Like, every decision has, like, before you would just count on the Knicks sucking. Now it's like they have the opportunity to not suck as much.
I'm sorry, I just saw this.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? What did you send?
I was waiting for your reaction.
Wait for it.
I'm trying to be like discreet. I'm just like, yo, Phoenix just sent me this shit.
Oh my God. Yo. Yo, so this is live podcasting right now, guys. So yeah, so we'll close out the James Dolan situation, as in, hope the dude is doing okay and hope this makes him sell the team, because this is crazy. But because we are live podcasting right now, why can I not stop watching us? Phoenix had just messaged into our group chat, because we did put in our docket that we're going to talk about the different challenges. We touched on some of the challenges that have been taking place in this quarantine time and how y'all are absolutely fucking bugging on the internet right now.
Yo, people,
and why we are not participating in the challenges. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Flip the Switch challenge. What is the name of the song? Is it
that shit with
it's a Drake song, I Just Flipped the Switch?
Nah, it's not that. Isn't it? I don't know. It's so many like TikTok challenges that I don't even fucking.
All right. So the first couple ones that I seen was you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's cute. Then everybody started doing it, and you know, everybody locked down. So everybody and their mama got a TikTok now. So everybody's flipping the switch with a girl, switching the clothes and stuff like that. Shout out to my guy Casanova from Brooklyn, who flipped the switch with his girl, turned the light back on, and absolutely got closer to the camera and said, you know, I'm not doing that shit. not taking off my clothes, putting on my girlfriend's clothes, and then letting y'all see me. It's good.
Yeah, fuck
I'm not
all
against it. My girlfriend wanted to do it as well. I said I wasn't down for it.
No, I'm not down for that shit.
I'm good. I'm just good. There's so much of me doing goofy shit on the internet. Y'all find something else of me. You know what I'm saying? But so we just received. I lost it already. I'm mad now. We just received in our DMs a video, and I've seen one of like people flipping the switch with a girl, and then they end up just smashing in the video.
And it's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is this?
But it wasn't as revealing as the video. And it's, what's creepier, that this is posted 2 days ago. It's not taken down. And I can see how many of my friends have liked this video. So we're looking at a video right now. I'm not going to put it to the camera, but it's a chick that looks like a stripper. They're doing the flip the switch challenge. Once the switch has been flipped, and I don't know if anybody always flips the switch or if they just do the song and then go to black and then come back. But man is receiving fellatio. He's receiving fellatio once the switch is unflipped. They look like they're enjoying themselves.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That is the best switch to flip the switch.
That was a good one. It's a good one.
That's very creative.
I'm glad she was down for it. That's entertainment right there.
Yeah,
nobody took it down yet.
I appreciate the level of creativity in that, and I applaud it. You know what I mean?
Got to. So now I'm looking at the flip the switch challenges and in the hashtag. Everybody's pretty much doing the same thing, doing it with their kids. I've seen a couple with their dogs. But yeah, just to let you guys know, y'all can stop at any time. But if this is what's giving y'all entertainment, go ahead, man.
Listen, if it's keeping your time occupied,
yes, because I'll never hate. I'm not gonna don't force me. You ain't gotta tag me and all my peoples and everything. You're not gonna flip the switch.
No, we're not.
Not gonna flip the switch. I did at least 10 to 100 push-ups today already. You don't have to tag me and every single person I know in a push-up challenge. And I'm definitely, honestly, I'm very, very against the Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dolla $ign, something new challenge, because that is not social distancing.
That is not social distancing. Did you see the one where they did it was like a group of white people.
I'm still watching this video, by the way. Thank you for
you got it on repeat.
It won't stop playing.
There's a what's the name of the song? The Wiz Khalifa song?
Something New. There's
one where it's this group of white people and they have this lollipop and they're all sucking on the lollipop.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm
this
like,
is what I'm talking about, y'all bugging out here.
I like
challenge.
What is it? The mono challenge?
The mono challenge. Once again, so the idea of the something new challenge is to, for whatever reason, I think Dwayne Wade did this with his family too. And then everybody's doing it like failing with their family as well too. So that's like a thing like, oh, we did it wrong, but we still posted it anyway. Like, come on, people. I'm wasting precious time with this. But yeah, the song plays, you're supposed to do the shimmy to the little thing and the clap and then move to the side while the next person steps up. Again, not an example of social distancing, but these little white kids from wherever the hell decide to do that with a lollipop, suck on a lollipop, pass it backwards. It's not good, man. It's not good.
It's just not.
It's not good. So that once again makes me bring to mind, again, thank you to everybody that is involved in helping these idiotic people out here in the streets, my EMT folks, my doctors, my nurses out here, even my bus drivers. I was told bus drivers are still out there. Have you ridden the bus recently?
I haven't been on the bus, but I do have a couple friends that do work in the medical field as nurses, and they like, yo, it's just crazy out here. It's like
it's crazy. People have to spend time away from their families because they're working on the front lines. So thank you for everybody that's doing something to try to contain this.
And they talking like, listen, you can only use one mask per week.
Really?
Per week, like one mask per week. That's crazy.
I've seen hospitals where people absolutely got infected. Like medical staff has gotten infected because they're low on equipment, and people have been using trash bags as protection as their hazmat suits and stuff. That's how crazy that has gotten. It's crazy that we don't have no type of protection against this, and doctors have actually died in those hospitals, and it's insane, man.
It's crazy. I know in Italy they it was it got into so bad. Like it was like, yo, either you, like it was choosing like who was gonna survive. Like you was gonna die, this person gonna survive. We're gonna heal this person, and we're gonna just let this other person die. Like this shit, man, it's just so crazy. I know sometimes, like while all this shit been going on, it's like, damn, like wait till I fucking tell my grandkids. Like just wait till the stories I have for my fucking grandkids, right. My kids.
So on this level, right? So I've told people a number of times, and people don't even get it. Like when we hit stuff like this, when you're looking at the news, like obviously, I don't know how you felt about 9/11 when we were actually in it. I don't know how you felt about like certain, like Hurricane Sandy was a smaller one, but like Hurricane Katrina was a massive one. I'm telling people this is a time that is gonna end up in the history books.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a couple months, like this is a modern day pandemic. You know what I'm saying? This is what it looks like. So,
and it's funny because you hear like stories from like older people who like tell you about shit that they've been through as a kid and like they've been through as a teenager and stuff like that. And then it's like, damn, like that was crazy. But then it's like the shit is like going on while you really young. Happening. It's like shit, like this shit is happening right in front of you. You like, damn, like wait till I tell my kids this.
Yo, I remember my father described to me 1968, I think he was 6 years old, the day after Martin Luther King got shot. It was riots in the streets of Harlem, bullets on the ground, all over their playground where they played at, you know what I'm saying? Fires, people making noise in the streets. Like that's something that really impacted society in a huge way. And that's something like memorable. I remember when my father came home on 9/11, I remember we were together. Me and you spent time together on 9/11.
Yeah. My father came and picked us up.
You know what I'm saying? My father came home from 9/11. He was working in the stock exchange. You know what I'm saying? He came in. We didn't know where he was. We didn't hear from him for hours upon hours. He came in. He had dust all over himself. He looked like he was about to pass out. When he got in the house, we just jumped on him, but we couldn't jump on him because he had all the must and stuff on him. So you know what I'm saying? It was a sad time. You know what I'm saying? Telling my grandkids about the coronavirus, the COVID-19 of 2020. Grandpa,
be an epic story.
Grandpa, what?
I know it
was crazy. What was it like?
What's your story gonna be? My story's gonna be like,
I was sitting on my couch. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Netflix was wilding right now. You know what I'm saying?
my Netflix account. It was
season 3 of Ozark came out. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music kept trying to charge my shit. Wilding. You know what I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill.
My Uber Eats account got expired, man. I couldn't order out.
Pulled up, but last, so you got to switch it over. You got to switch it over to the Postmates. You order the Postmates. Homie pull up to the door, coughing and shit. You know what I'm saying? then you know what I'm saying? You on your last drop of sanitizer. Dude, this is not ideal. This is not what people wanted. But this is, like I said, this is gonna be a history book. So we gotta make something of this.
We gotta make something.
We can't go out like this, man.
Nah.
We can't be out here sitting on our couches telling our grandkids about the time that everybody bought up all the toilet paper, my guy. Like this has to be like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta turn this into something.
We gotta make this like some epic ass story. Like there was tanks outside or some shit. All that.
Best believe, like, I don't know. This is gonna be a movie, definitely. It's gonna be a movie, definitely. It's been a crazy year, man. 2020, what was it? There was another movie. Was it 2012? I forget, but 2012 was the year that everybody thought that it was gonna be over.
Everybody thought it was gonna
start to look at it. I don't like to be negative. I'm a very optimistic person, but I told my father a couple
2020 is what 2012 should have been.
Yeah. I told my father, I was like, yo, man, like I really achieved like everything. Not everything, but I really achieved like a good amount of things that I wanted to achieve in life. And I feel like this is the year for me to like really level up and take it to the next level. But I can honestly say I don't have like a clear vision of like what's next, but I know I just want to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But if this is it, if this is it, I feel like I'm happy I got to where I got. And my dad was like, this ain't it. And I feel it. I'm like, yo, this really ain't it. But when you think about all the things that have happened this year, when you think about all the things that we've seen in life, period, it's been a crazy time. We already talked about 9/11, different flus and stuff like that. But this year, specifically with the NBA, we lost David Stern. We lost
Kobe
great
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, and that was a hard time.
That shit
you know
hurt.
What I'm saying?
It's
and
funny because when I heard
that, they should have changed. They should have canceled the season. Everybody was saying, right? So for the season to actually be canceled, I'm like,
Kobe canceled it. Kobe
happen.
canceled the season.
That doesn't happen. It does not happen. So like, who knows what's next? Everything is being canceled out here. So it's rough. Church is canceled, man.
Church is canceled. Damn, it is a rough time. In 2020, I know it's gotten off to a rough start.
I gotta get
for a lot of people.
Some lights off.
We gotta sage Earth. Like we
didn't
even
sage
Earth. Yeah. Like Earth needs to be saged.
I've never saged before, but I've been saged a lot. Just because
it needs to be like
for people, not just for your spiritual stuff, but also sage has antibacterial properties when burnt in the air. So baby,
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna give me some sage. I need to sage this place too. Absolutely. I feel like there's some negative. You see what they're doing in China though? They got the fucking they got like these trucks outside that's like spraying the streets down, like they're cleaning the whole streets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like literally spraying the streets.
All right, now let's get into this conspiracy bag real quick.
Get into the bag.
Spraying the coronavirus.
Yeah, real quick. How do you feel?
Phoenix had to jump in on that one, man.
How do you?
I don't know if y'all feel about the chemtrails and stuff like that.
Hold on. Before you go into that, how do you feel about friend of the show, Mr. Robert Kelly, trying to get out of jail?
Friend, I ain't no goddamn
pleading to get out of jail early because of the fear for coronavirus.
How many years
R. Kelly?
How many years did R. Kelly get?
Did he even get officially?
Who cares? I don't know. Fuck R. Kelly. Tell him he could get out of jail for.
Oh, you know Weinstein got the coronavirus.
Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that too. When he let all them girls out of his basement that have been pleading to be let out for their health all these years, and their parents.
You saw the meme that said he'd be cool if it was COVID-15.
That's hard. That's trash. Yo.
Oh my god.
Sorry, fuck R. Kelly. Fuck Harvey Weinstein. Who else? There's another one that's locked up. Bill Cosby. Sorry, Bill.
Bill Cosby.
Sorry, Bill.
Bill Cosby. Guys, I think it's time for Bill Cosby to just,
They said he got it.
Bill Cosby got it?
They say he either he has it or he's trying to. Same thing. He's trying to get out of jail for it. But Harvey Weinstein definitely got it, right?
Yeah, he definitely got it.
Anybody deserves the coronavirus, I would say it's Harvey Weinstein. And
definitely.
Can we stay away from all right, so again, with my conspiracy shit, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but all I want to say is that Trump probably been had this shit.
Real talk though, I think Trump has it. He's just,
and he's not, and nobody's saying nothing about it.
Yeah, he's just telling everybody like, yo, like they can't know that you have it. Like,
yeah. He might not be showing any symptoms, but he's been had it. He's definitely shooken hands with at least 2 people we know that have it,
and probably put his hands on his face or something like that. He's definitely got it.
I'll give him his props on this one. There's a meme going around where I think he was at a press conference and some lady was speaking and she said, "Have you noticed I haven't been here because I've been under the weather for the weekend?" And he goes, he jumps.
Like, whoa.
And then she's like, and then even after overcoming a fever, he goes, "Oh no," and then walks out of frame.
He's like, "Oh nah, fuck that."
Somebody said Donald Trump. Like, obviously, people will talk about Bill Clinton. People talk about how stupid George Bush is. And obviously, Barack Obama was our first black president. But people are calling Donald Trump our first nigger president.
He's on some nigga really shit. He's on some
nigga shit. But at the same time, like, you don't want to be around anybody that... Excuse me, all right. You see, you straight in my throat. You don't want to be around.
You all right there, bro?
You good?
You good,
You don't want
bro?
to be around anybody that has any type of cough, any type of like too much, you know what I'm saying, sneezing, anything like that. I actually barked on one of my neighbors the other day. And I had to bark on some people at the beginning of before the quarantine started. I was on the bus. I was coming back from Reno and somebody was coughing their fucking lung up on the bus. And at least 3 people on the bus had masks. So people were aware of this shit.
What's going on?
I'm like, y'all gotta chill. Cover your fucking mouths. Like, I really wanted to bark on somebody. Like,
It's really, and it's gotten to that point where like now just a regular sneeze or a cough, like people will literally get pissed off at you.
Everybody's spidey sense go off, or they Metal Gear Solid. Who's that?
This whole shit might change the whole game. Like now, like we've been doing this really this shit came in January.
Yeah.
When it was in China.
Maybe sooner, because it's the COVID-19. I don't know what the 19 is for, but I figure they've been had this shit chilling somewhere.
The shit was popping off in China in January. And the US everybody was like, nah, whatever. It's just some regular shit. It wasn't until it started, obviously started popping up here. That's when they started responding. You know what I'm saying? So this whole shit's gonna change. This whole shit is gonna change the way like just how people interact.
Absolutely.
Like I think now, like just seeing somebody, like we're gonna make sure we sanitize our hands.
Yes.
And we want to make sure when we touch somebody, we make sure we wash our hands and stuff like that. It's gonna change the whole game. It's gonna change the game of how we like interact with each other.
Yeah, I think it'll improve people's health, and I think it's already changed how people interact. Literally, like we said, we're doing this conference, a video conference podcast on Zoom right now. Shout out to Zoom, which is being used probably the most it's ever been.
They getting their money. They coins is up right now.
Yes, the CEO of Zoom just raked in like an extra $2 billion because of the awareness and people using his program so much. And I might actually have to start teaching the class on Zoom to start making some money out here. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Zoom. But yeah, man, it's really crazy how many people are just miraculously becoming aware of how to wash your hands in this day and time. I always keep sanitizer on me, you know what I'm saying? I always wash my hands when I leave the bathroom. I always judge people that did not when they left the bathroom.
Not gonna lie, there was some times
shaking my head. Shaking my head.
I remember this is when I used to work at nightlife.
Oh God.
Me and my homeboy, we both used to work the door together, and like there'd be times when we went to go use the bathroom, and we'd be like, "Real niggas don't wash their hands."
Oh nah! See, you out here spreading. The virus.
It was like, yo, real niggas don't wash their hands, man. We just tough it out. The air kill it.
Nah. People, I want to come at people with some facts about this virus shit. This is exactly how you do not want to operate, guys. But yeah, please be washing hands at all time. Since we on a podcast and whoever's listening out there, I want to give y'all, like I said, I don't have too many facts, but people are saying that because the virus, I don't know, I still don't know the level of airborneness that takes place. People are saying it's not airborne, but I don't trust it. Because everything is.
I think if you cough or you sneeze, it stays in the air for like 10 minutes.
Absolutely. I don't need that. So people are saying that if for any reason, like the virus was to get into your system, it would attach onto the mucus in your throat. So you should be constantly drinking warm liquids. They say every 20 minutes, but I just make sure I have like a cup of tea every single morning, maybe some at night. Gargling with like lemon water, warm lemon or salt water, or apple cider vinegar. You know what I'm saying? Gotta
I might do something like that.
Hook up your health out there.
I could do that. I definitely try to stay hydrated. I've been drinking
a lot of water. Don't stop drinking water. For real.
I've been drinking a lot of water. I have been drinking a lot of water. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, and it's like, it's crazy because I know we've been going on this fucking whole coronavirus shit for a minute now.
Ain't got nothing else.
Ain't nothing else to speak about. But before I get into what I was gonna say, we should come up with like some type of segments. We should start doing maybe for like the next
Absolutely.
Couple, start doing some segments just so that we can have some, you know what I'm saying, keep it a little structure or whatever. But
absolutely.
What the fuck?
Anything y'all want to hear, please feel free to shoot us some ideas. Again, Bros No Hoes Podcast. We happy to be back. So we're definitely open to taking anything and continuing this as often as we can.
Yeah, if you listen to our podcast, if you're one of our loyal listeners, definitely let us know like what segments y'all would like to hear from us, whether it's advice, whether it's like our pick for whatever, or like events that we find interesting, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know.
Word. But you wanna talk about the positive things that came out of this this quarantine. We already said that we have time to focus on ourselves more. I'm getting the most sleep I've ever gotten in my fucking adult life.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's like being bored is one thing, but like being able to just rest and not have to like, you know what I'm saying? I used to get up at 4:30 every single morning to go to the gym, work out. My day really wasn't that intense. If I had a game, I'd be home by like 11:30, but I would fall asleep pretty early. But this is the most sleep I've been getting in a while. So
Man, just to be able to not set my alarm clock.
Good times.
Oh man, I love it.
All right, so anybody getting more time with family out there? I know you quarantine. I got my girlfriend with me.
And I still have no
Phoenix
hoes.
Got his whole family. Oh yeah, so that's the most important thing. Understand that there are no hoes. There are no hoes present. We ain't had hoes before. That's what we was talking about before. We ain't had hoes before, so we ain't got hoes now. So yes, I want to talk about the good things that are coming out of this. We talked about DJ D Nice. Had been killing.
Oh yeah, he did the lives. I like how all these DJs are doing live sets. I think that's pretty dope. I do like the fact that people are doing like these. Like a friend of mine, she had a group of her friends. They did like a happy hour where they all like did a virtual drink. My boy, shout out to my boy.
I did one of those yesterday.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy, Dave Lewis, aka Digital Dave. He did one where I didn't have a drink, but I did partake in tune in. It was a pretty good live that he had. He works in the alcohol industry.
Right.
I'm trying to set up a hookah lounge, a virtual hookah lounge.
Hey, hook it up because everybody got hookahs now too. So.
Everybody's got the hookahs now at the house. So I think Chase is going to do a virtual hookah lounge.
Shout out to Phoenix. He's been doing his virtual parties. Phoenix originated the virtual party, by the way. I want to put that out there. But
I can't take full credit. But,
not full credit, but he's been doing this for at least 10 years, I would say. At least 10 years. And killing the Zoom game, by the way.
And shout out to the virtual strip clubs. They doing virtual strip clubs?
Seen none yet.
They are doing virtual strip clubs.
Do you gotta send money in? You gotta.
I think the girl. Yeah, the girl. She'll tag her cash.
That's not just OnlyFans.
That's pretty.
That's not just the chat models. That's not the same thing.
So this one dude had like a bunch of chicks. They post their cash app, and like they start dancing, and dudes just tip them. You know what I'm saying? $1 here, $1. I fucks with that.
I actually do.
I fucks with the creativity that's coming out of this shit.
So again, that's the time that you got to up your game, and even if you have to, like me, what I do is. Everything that I do that makes money involves being around crowds of people. Obviously, I cannot be around crowds of people right now. So what can I do but, podcasts, find a way to bring myself to the crowds of people. Shout out to my friends at Stationhead, too. I'm about to bring my radio show back as well.
Yeah, you might as well bring that back.
Yeah, I'm saying. But yeah, we had D Nice. Shout out to Hit Boy and Boy Wonder that had a nice little showdown, keeping us entertained. All the entertainers. I want to shout out Tank and the Bangers, Anthony Hamilton. I think either Spotify, Tiny Desk, Tidal, a bunch of companies are doing like full-on concerts from the comfort of artist houses and stuff like that, or showing old concerts and stuff like that. The NBA is showing all the old games. I might actually watch an old game today.
Yeah. I might watch an old game.
I
feel like once you watch a game, it's just like what an All-Star I watch. I will watch over. But like
I watched an old All-Star game. I watched the Trailblazers. No, was it Trailblazers? I think it was. Whatever game that my guy Ray Allen hit that crazy shot where he was on the Heat.
That was that was
the
Spurs.
To game 6. Yeah,
the Spurs.
That was to get them into game 7, and that they eventually won. Sorry to see my guy Kawhi go down. But I want to watch some Clippers home games because I don't get to watch. I was there, so I don't get to see him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
before we get out, can you just quickly talk about like that experience of just working?
Ooh, come on now,
and shit like that, like because I've been watching you do your thing on Instagram, and like it's crazy to like how electrifying is it to like be there? Like,
oh man, it's hard. I'm still in a really bittersweet position right now because like. I love it. I'm living my dream. Like I said, I got to do what I wanted to do. I still haven't gotten All-Star yet, which I hope to be able to make it to the All-Star game next year. But the excitement is crazy. Being obviously in the Staples Center, 20,000 people screaming their heads off for the biggest players in the world. To watch these guys up close and to think that people are sitting at home like, damn, I wish just one day. Like I never was like hyped to go to an NBA game, like to watch from home. I'm like, I could see the game from home. I'm not tripping. But to be able to sit courtside for work is like
yeah, like that's gotta be crazy.
It's like the most insane thing ever. Like to be like walking on the court, like to see myself. My father hit me. He was like, "Yo, I just seen you on ESPN." I'm like, "How?" He's like, "Oh, you just walked behind like Shannon Sharp or something like that." I was like, "What?" I didn't like that's just me like working. I'm at work, like on my grind, not even thinking about that there's cameras everywhere and I might just show up in the back of somebody else's camera, you know? So that's insane. I've seen myself like almost getting trampled by Anthony Davis playing football with a basketball on the court because he was messing around while I was doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like it's like this is probably my biggest humble brag that I'm just the last one to finish up. I walked onto the court. I don't remember who we were playing, but it was a big game because there was a lot of celebrities in the house. I just happened to look into the crowd. I'm not even looking courtside. I just look into the crowd like randomly. I locked eyes with Arsenio Hall, bro. My man gave me the head nod. I freaked out. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, Arsenio just gave me the head nod because he had this look on his face like, who's this black dude walking out onto the court? Because like it was right before the game was about to start. I was supposed to hype up the crowd like one last time before the tip off. Right? They don't let me do that often, but like that's where I shine. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise is almost my catchphrase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to see that, like to walk out and then like it got quiet. They had the spotlight. And like the players are standing there like ready to tip off, and it's just like and Arsenio was like, yeah. I'm like, I fuck with this a lot. But the reason I got into this job, obviously, like I said, I do want to do All-Star Weekend, but the way the Clippers attacked the playoffs last season had me so hyped for this year, man. So
Nice.
the fact that it was right there. April 13th was our last home game, our last regular season home game, and it was right there to be kick off the playoffs, and that's all I wanted. I wanted to be in the playoff atmosphere with fans that actually cared about it. No offense to people from China or Australia that come just to be in the Staples Center. I wanted like the diehards screaming their lungs out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to be around. And to actually see these guys like turn it up, because everybody knows how Kawhi's like load management and stuff like that. Everybody knows that when the playoffs come is when it gets real.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm sorry to say I'm not gonna get to see that right away, but I'm still hopeful, man. I'm still optimistic about it.
Well, I guess this is a wrap for season 2.
Wait, we gotta get. Do we got time for shout-outs? Do we got time for the shout-outs?
We gotta do some shout-outs. Hold up.
He's got an appointment, so we gotta hurry up real quick. But yeah, I did want to say thank you to everybody that took time to listen. Again, we still ain't got no hoes. Hope everybody that had hoes is doing something better with their lives out there. Hope the ones that was hoes is doing a little something with their time and stuff like that. But I did want to shout out again to DJ D Nice. For doing this thing, for bringing 100,000 people, including like presidents' wives and politicians and huge artists and stuff together in a happy time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to anybody that celebrated a birthday in this time, just because it's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? My birthday usually falls on Thanksgiving or around the time, so I'm used to not celebrating my birthday or being in the house. So I hope everybody's having a good time. Shout out to my cousin, yes, sister, Chef Taj, who is taking this time to improve on herself by getting her little, you know what I'm saying, getting her cooking videos together.
Yes.
So shout out to her for that. Shout out to also another chef / artist, my artist Travis Michael. He said he's gonna start putting together some stuff for his chef page as well, but also plans on dropping new music in this time. So please check out Travis Michael on all platforms and check out his music. Also, shout out to Stationhead. Once again, I'm going to be making my return to Stationhead at some point. And shout out to all the podcasters out there. Unrated, I really hope you guys are still doing your thing. My girl Kati, Need to Know podcast, the Voice of Reason podcast. Like, y'all still doing your thing. So keep it going. Idiosyncratic podcast?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Idiosyncratic Podcast. My man George Cruz, thank you for having me on there. We was drunk. Well, I was really the one that was really drunk, but he did something special. He had me on his podcast, and he bought me Pinot Grigio.
Yes,
So,
Pinot Gang.
Yes, so I definitely got to give a big shout out to George Cruz of the Idiosyncratic Podcast. Also got to give a shout out to my boy Ryan Mason of the Cigars and the City podcast. I was also a guest on his podcast as well.
You got to send me those so I can share them.
I got you.
Shout out to y'all,
so shout out to my boy Ryan Mason. Go follow his, subscribe to his podcast, Cigars and the City.
Bang, bang.
Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Digital Dave. Who did the virtual happy hour. That was some cool shit. I just thought that was fucking dope. So big shout out to him. Man, shout out to the Pinot gang, man. Shout out to everybody who's just staying safe at this time. Please connect with your family members, your friends. Check up on them. I done checked up on so many people. It's so crazy.
Please.
Fellas, I just want to let you know that if she hasn't answered your text by now, because she's clearly inside, I think it's time to just wrap that up. And
it's over.
It's over. I done texted a couple girls and they ain't answered me yet. And I'm like, I know your ass, damn. I know damn well your ass in the house looking at
she
your
might have had her phone bill cut off because somebody was paying it, you know. But
yeah. And I guess with that said, if you have any social gatherings, any events, obviously we should be we in a crazy ass coronavirus lockdown. So stay your ass in the house. And any hoes out there, we don't have any, but if you out there, please don't be a hoe. Stay home. This ain't the time to be hoeing. But as always, this is the Bros With No Hoes podcast.
Bang bang, stay safe.
Stay safe out there, man. We love y'all.
Stay sanitized, y'all. Peace out, y'all.
Yes.